Well, welcome back, everyone. It's been an incredible start to this market trading week with, of course, positive news regarding the U.S.-Iran issue that shot markets up at around 7 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to take a closer look at that and whether or not it's verifiably stronger and as the market hit a bottom, or are we simply playing out a pattern that's very familiar? You know, we went into a sideways range after a late-stage uptrend back into the back end of 2024, November 2024 to late Feb of 2025. We broke down to the bottom of the channel. Very similar duration of an uptrend into a box into the back end of November of 2025, and we came down and broke the bottom of the box in late Feb, early March of 2026. We've come down to the bottom of the channel. Are we due for a bounce up to that lime green line and then a trounce? Have we hit the bottom? Let's explore that right now by zooming in at the hard right edge. The bottom of that long-term channel is this green line. We closed below it last week on Friday, and the S indicator gave us some insight suggesting that we're probably going to see slightly lower lows, but we're getting into such an oversold territory against a 2 standard deviation channel from NVIDIA's earnings, Feb 25th, against the long-term channel, that we're probably going to have some form of a counter trend bounce. Did we know it would be over 250 points and a massive move? No. But of course, this is the environment right for that. The S indicator has been on a sell signal since February the 3rd. That sell signal came in after the amazing pre-trade conditioning, which is a core part of the tool, where you get at least 3 confirmed signals. Confirmed means on a closed bar, that are not separated by more than 6 bars. You're left with a signal, and then price action follows that signal. In this case, it was a down signal for at least 2 bars below the bottom of the MSR channel, which are the 3 lines here, and or we get the double red dots on one closed bar. And we did get that on February the 5th. We did see a lower low on the 6th, but it reversed and the markets waited for NVIDIA's earnings on the 25th, and the down started again. And of course, we saw multiple closes below the bottom of the MSR channel, giving us a very clear downward shift, as you hear from Rob. And we still have the double red dots after trying to engage with that channel. Are we oversold enough? Is the market ready for a turn down? Well, I don't have a bottoming picture on the daily chart of the S indicator on a daily chart. However, the 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart did get very oversold into the back end of last week. And of course, for the future session to start off Sunday night. And that put us in the spot where a reversal up of some form could take place. We didn't know it was going to be such a massive move, but we're holding on to more than half of the move. And we are in a buy signal state on a time frame, a 1-hour chart that looks out 3 to 6 hours. And as I record this video into the latter part of the cash hours trade, we have to give some favor to that. We're holding above the rising MSR channel. We're holding on to more than half the gains of that big blast off move. The market's in wait to see if Iran can corroborate what Trump has put down on the table. Oil already believes that that is the case. It needs to see another leg down, but if you look at oil, it's already giving us that move, almost down about 10% or so. Let's go over to the CLK contract. And you can see it's down about 9.5%, sitting at around 88, 83, near the bottom of the weekly pivot range, coming into a major area of support. If oil happens to come up above this volume point of control line from the re-go up that we started back here on the 11th of March, that value is sitting at around 94 bucks and a quarter. Above there, of course, trauma to the market is more likely to be in play. But we've had a massive down. That massive down is still telling us that oil believes that there's going to be progress over here. Does the euro believe that there's going to be progress here? Well, the euro rising would support that. It has risen on the day, but rising and getting above a level, i.e. 1.167, would be the real key. We've opened the door to that. Euro above 1.167, oil staying down near lows on the day, and the S&P 500 then trying to come up and at minimum hold above 66.71, which is a volume point of control line starting on NVIDIA earnings day at 25th of February. Those behaviors would indicate a continuation up to try and retest the highs of this future session, or slightly higher, i.e. the underbelly of the box. However, we find ourselves below roughly 65.90 on the S&P E-minis. And oil is on the rise again, and the euro is on the fall. Down we can go. currently, the multi-time frame technical view still keeps the daily chart in a sell signal state, the 4-hour chart in a sell signal state that has been weakened. You can see we've gone from double red dots to single blue dots, but price action on a 4-hour chart has to sustain above the top of the MSR channel to be meaningful, and that's about 6,700. So we're still in the running on an hourly chart to try and progress back up towards there, but it is going to be a slog. The market's waiting for a very discrete event, headlines coming out of Iran that corroborate what the US has put down on the table first thing this morning, and I have my doubts that that's going to happen, but again, my opinion has to really be derived off of fact-based information. Currently, the facts are the hourly chart's in a buy signal state, 5 minutes in a buy, 1 minute in a buy. We're trying to come back up towards session highs as I record this video right now. And I did do some great long side trading and short side trading for members in the active trader room earlier today, and was able to gross just a little over $4,100 trading both the NASDAQ and the ES. Let me share that with you right now. So that's my daily P&L, just under 4150, and continuing to add to my tally. Got another evaluation account over the threshold to get it into a performance status. So looking forward to trading that in front of folks as well. But the overall day has gone well. The question mark now that we're left with is this market really getting something that's structurally strong enough to take us higher? And I don't think we're going to know that until we've really broken the downtrend channel and we see price action sustain above 66.71 to begin with oil continuing down, euro continuing up, and then we may have a better than fair chance to try and come up above the highs that we saw, of course, earlier in this future session. Now, I hope that this gives you some thought process to work through, some anchors and some of the key levels to help you with your decision making, as mentioned earlier in the session, for long above and short below. And I look very much forward to keeping you abreast of my thoughts on the market and trading in the market as we move through the week. I wish you an incredible rest of your trading day today. And of course, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.